Hey guys, Joe here from XFoxGames. Check it out. We got the Destructor by DartZone. Man, again, I've been walking by this at our local Target store for quite some time, and I finally went ahead and picked it up. You know, I was like, okay, you know, it looks cool. It's kind of like this mini gun, almost flamethrower looking type thing. And I was like, you know what? Let's try it out and see if it's a blaster that you guys would probably like out there. And, you know, after doing some of my reviews and just kind of just fiddling around with this thing, it's actually pretty sweet. It's actually exceeded my expectations. So first things first, guys, if you haven't already, come on, definitely subscribe if you haven't already. Get in on the giveaways if you guys haven't already. Go to the main page. Check that all out because you guys want to win some cool stuff, right? I mean, why not? Anyways, so again, the DartZone Pro Destructor. We're going to take a look at the box here. You can see nothing too crazy when it comes to the front of the box. You know, it looks really cool in the package. It really promotes its kind of dump and shoot. Like, I've never really loaded a blaster like this where you can just take a handful of darts as long as they're oriented in the same direction and just dump it into the hopper, close it, and you're ready to go. I've never really done that, so it really promotes that on the front of the box. Of course, shoots up to 80 feet, and of course, exclusive only at Target. Now, if you guys remember, a lot of the DartZone stuff, I don't really see anywhere except for Target, and that, you know, that is where you... Well, I have yet to see the DartZone Pro here at a local Target store. You have to get them online. But if you guys remember, this is one of my current favorite blasters of all time, the DartZone Pro MK1. Jeez, like I mean, okay, yeah, go check it out if you guys haven't seen the review on this. Again, I love shooting this thing. I love taking this to wars. It is just a blast of a blaster. And again, I can't stress enough how awesome some of the DartZone Pro stuff is. And that right there is just the champ. But let's get back to the Destructor here. So again, if we look at the back of the box here, you know, it just kind of goes over the blaster. You know, it says always ready to battle, ready to load in 30 seconds. And you could fit, I mean, 30 plus darts into that hopper, which is kind of awesome. And, you know, again, on the back, no spoilers. It just kind of goes over and says rave trigger, and you got your sling mounts and your dart hopper. It's, you know, pretty straightforward on the box. Now, if we take a look at the actual blaster itself, I mean, it does kind of resemble a flamethrower. Like, when I look at it, right, that front has kind of the holes in the barrel. You got the upper grip. You got the lower grip, which is awesome. It has some pretty nice kind of features on the side where they kind of did a two-tone, you know, with a little, you know, little kind of detail here and there to make it look, you know, a little more cooler, I guess, than just a solid color. Now, this does come with, of course, 30 waffle tip darts, which I love these things. These things are great. I mean, they fly great. They shoot great. I do love, of course, the Accu Strikes. They are always awesome. But these as well are just, I don't know, man. These waffle darts, again, they're slowly becoming my favorite just because they shoot hard, they shoot straight, and they're just great. So, man, 30 darts for this thing. Maybe if they had 50 would have been awesome. Now, you can see on the back here, it does have, of course, that little sling mount. So for a lot of you guys who want to run this as a primary, this is a little bit heavier of a blaster, but it's not too bad. Yeah, you can go ahead and sling it and just kind of, you know, let your shoulders and your sling kind of take the load. And of course, it does take 6 AA batteries. Now, that is on the flip side of the blaster, or the left side. And it's, you know, I like a lot of the blasters that use 9 volts to run. Usually, like a lot of the Nerf stuff that takes like, you know, like 6 volts. Oh, geez, or sometimes 3 volts, like 2 AAs, you know you're not going to get that great a performance. Once you start getting upwards of 9 and even 11, I mean, you know you're going to be shooting quick and fast because that's pretty good. It revs everything just fast, and it just shoots very, very quick when you are kind of pushing that 9 volt on whatever it is you're trying to do. Now, on the top here, we do have the rev trigger, which is that big, long kind of piece up top. And then underneath, you have the actual kind of firing mechanism itself, right? So you rev it, and then you shoot. Now, here's the thing. If you guys can listen to this. It kind of makes this clicking noise like it's like shooting or shifting. Listen. So it's kind of like this machine gun type noise, simulated noise in there, which I think is kind of weird, but I mean, it does its job. Now, the top kind of hopper here is awesome. You just push that little kind of arrow forward. It opens up this kind of wide hopper. You can just dump, you know, a whole bunch of rounds in there, and you just got to kind of get them generally oriented in the same direction, right? You can't just throw a whole handful in there, boom, and then you close the top. And this top has like this kind of telescoping mechanism that kind of pushes down on the darts so they all kind of seat naturally going down. And on the right-hand side, you have this little gray door where you can just put 1 or 2 darts. Or as you're running around on the battlefield and you want to pick up a dart, you can just throw it in there, right? You don't have to break open the whole top. You can just shove 1 or 2 darts in the side, close that back up, and you're ready to go, which I think is awesome. Now, I think the handles on this are awesome. You have that front grip, which is really good if you want to hold it down low. You got the back grip, I think, which is great. Big old huge open area there for your right or left hand. And of course, you have that bottom grip, which if you want to hold it down there, you can. I don't know. I think it's kind of weird for me because I feel like I want to cock it or something like that. But I don't know. It's down there in case you want to hold it. I tend to hold it up on top with that top upper mount, which I think is kind of nice. Now, of course, there is a Picatinny rail kind of underneath the front grip, but I don't think you're really going to use it. I think it's more there for just looks, so not really going to go into that. Now, the big one, guys, is the speed, the FPS. So we were getting right around 85, 90s. You guys can kind of see here all day long. I mean, this thing, we shot, I don't know, about 5 or 6 hoppers through this, about 200 shots, and it just shot great. No jamming from this thing. I was just kind of looking at this hopper thing going, okay, that's going to jam. That's got to jam. And it didn't jam on me once. Really, what happened is, a lot of times when I shoot this, I'm just like, oh, I'm out of darts already? What? So I shake it thinking I'm jammed, but there's no darts in it. So that's the only thing I ever noticed. And I'm going to show you, pull it up here. Here's me shooting it just into my little catch here. You can see it shoots pretty fast. I mean, a lot quicker than some of the blasters that we've done in the past. You know, the little small Gatling gun, which I'll pull up here. You guys can check that out. That was pretty good. I mean, it wasn't too bad, but this just, yeah, it just shoots very, very quick, and I like it. I mean, it's light. It's not too bad. It got that cool, like, loading mechanism. I mean, I can just pick up darts and throw them in there, or throw a whole handful of darts in there and be ready to blast. So overall, guys, I think this is a cool blaster. I mean, you know, if you can pick this thing up, like I always say, I would do it. You're not going to be disappointed. I think it is awesome. People like DartZone and Adventure Force are coming up with these blasters that are kind of different than the typical Nerf-style blasters that we're seeing. And I mean, I would have no issues using this. No issues using this on the battlefield because I think it is a highly capable blaster out there, especially with all the stuff that's out there nowadays. Anyways, guys, let me know what you guys think of this thing. I quickly just wanted to review it to show you guys out there. This thing is pretty legit, right? So definitely subscribe, guys, if you haven't already. Go check out the main page for all the giveaways that we're doing. Thanks again, Fox fans.